How is the meditation working for you? Are you really doing the meditation? Are you closing your eyes, uncrossing your arms, and are you really gaining the experience out of doing meditation? And so if you could just drop in the box, one thing that you've done that you've been able to accomplish out of meditating now. If you're not a meditator, you've been now meditating for 5 days, right? With me. Hopefully you took Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and you did the same thing. You must start your day. You don't must do anything, but for me, I must start my day with meditation, even if it's for 5 minutes. Sometimes I can go 20 minutes, sometimes it's 3 minutes, but you must acknowledge you should clear your mind of the things that happened already. All right. All right. So who has their cards ready for today? Very good. Very good. Here are my 2 cards for the day. If you have your 2 cards, drop 2 in the box. Drop a 2 in the box. I actually have 3 cards today. Guys, you don't have to limit yourself to 2, but 2 is manageable. I actually have 3 cards today, right? Whoever comes to your mind, that is the person that you're sending a card to, right? One of mine this time has my business card in it. It just depends on who you're sending to and why you're sending it, okay? I want to start, guys, this morning. Well, we've already started, so I don't want to say that. But I do want to share my screen this morning because I do want to go over our inspirational quote this morning, if you don't mind. Yes, you don't mind. That's why you're here. All right, so let's get to it. If you can see my screen, just give me a thumbs up. Excellent. Guys, we are on day 5 of the course, and I am so excited. I have a testimony to share with you guys, and I'm going to open it up in just a minute to see if anyone has testimony. So I'm excited about that. So let's read our inspirational quote from this morning. Accept responsibility for your life and make your name worth something, right? Make your name worth something. That's what I call legacy, right? Set a goal that commands your thoughts. Set something that commands your thoughts. Set something so wild and so crazy, the unimaginable, that it commands your thought. That means set the goal to be so important, to be of magnitude, that when you wake up, your thoughts are immediately going to the goal that you set, right? It liberates your energy. It inspires you. You get up, if you just get up and you set your goal and you just want to do 3 sales for the year. I don't know how exciting that is. I don't know how exciting that is. Guys, when I set my goals, they're so far-winded. I'm telling you, my friends have to say, no, she really means what she says. We know it sounds a little crazy, right? But she's going to make it happen, right? Be that person in the room. Your life will change the moment you make a new committed decision. Be committed to the goal and the decision that you have made, right? No matter what goes on, be committed, right? It is the mind that makes the body rich. It is the mind. Think about that for a second. It is the mind that makes everything below rich. It is the mind that makes everything rich. Guys, take a picture of this, but I want you to take 2 minutes. You know what I say about writing, right? It goes from here to the pen, to the paper. Something transfers in that time. Then you get to read it over and over and over again. All right. So that is that. And I want to get into testimonies really quickly. And let's just see here. I'm going to open the call up in about 2 minutes. All right. So Who would like to share testimony? Guys, last week we sent text messages out. You should be doing that on a daily basis, because if you're anything like me, you're not going to sit in one space and text 100 people in one day, right? And it's our text of pledge. How many people one, sit their cards Friday and Saturday? I usually take Sunday off. Post office doesn't work on Sunday, so I usually take that day off. How many, if you mailed your 2 cards out Friday and Saturday, well, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, just give me a thumbs up. Well, I can't see everybody, so now just put a 2 in the box. Put a 2 in the box if you, okay, good, excellent. Now, has anyone received any feedback from day 1 or 2 of their cards being mailed out? A thank you. Oh my God, I got your card. Andrea, I see you nodding your head. Can I unmute you? Can we hear that? Okay. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Okay, so I sent out, first of all, good morning. Hi. And I sent out a note card to an old friend, and I received a message not only from her back, but her entire family thanking me for that note. So I got like 6 messages on Instagram from her entire family, and now they know I'm a realtor, and hopefully that word kind of just spreads out. So
now,
that came in person.
I'm glad that she mentioned inbox, because we're going to talk a little bit about social media today. Not a lot, but a little bit, right? And we don't want to always rely on social media. That social media is like throwing something on a wall and hoping it sticks, which is fine. You know, it's a marketing tool. But I like the way she said that they inboxed her on Facebook, on I don't know where, but they inboxed her. Let me tell you what people are going to start to do. They're going to start taking a picture of these cards, and they're going to start posting it. And people are going to fall in love. Like, oh my God, she's sending note cards out. They're going to get very, very excited, right? So I'm glad that she actually mentioned that. Does anybody else have a testimony from cards that they want to share? Just unmute yourself.
I could go.
Okay, just state your name because we can't see you.
Carlos Brown. I sent out, well, through the text message, I sent out the text every day except Sunday as well. I got back 10 pledges and I already sent one person to pre-approval over the weekend.
Y'all give him some snaps. He can't hear us clap, but y'all can give him some snaps. That is the point, guys. That is amazing. Does anybody else have any testimonies from the text messages? In fact, I'm actually looking for Yanellis. Yanellis, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
I know that you may have had some difficulties with your, not difficulties, but some slow responses. Just wanted to hear some of your feedback. Did you continue to do the text message and the pledge?
I did. My problem is that I have not gotten a lot of responses. I got 3 responses with people saying yes, but they never commit to a certain amount. They said yes, like I guess to, I don't know. I know they meant it. They mean yes. In my case, it might be a little difference. I have Hispanics on, a lot of Hispanic people that I know. So we are a little different when it comes to pledges and stuff like that. But, I'm pretty sure it's going to start working. It's just that I have to change the wording and, things like that.
Okay, good. So I actually remember guys, when we use the word but, it cancels out the things that we say before. So I want you guys to work on that. I don't know if you guys caught that, because she didn't get any responses last week, but I'm excited because she got 3 responses. Guys, all it takes is one. All it takes is one. And even though they responded and did not commit to a pledge, if they were moving in that minute very fast, they read the text message, they got excited maybe and said yes, still follow up with them. What are you going to send them?
A card.
A note card. And simple.
Thank
right?
you.
This is just to make sure that people remember, one, that you're a realtor, and they know that they can send you business. So I sent out quite a bit of messages. Thank you, Yanellis. I sent out quite a bit of text messages, right? I got a $450,000 VA referral. I spoke with them on Friday while I was getting paint. Okay. And I moved over, guys, because people want to feel like you are embracing them. Don't click over, take the next call later, really focus in on the buyer, right? Her dad's buying VA, $450,000, Very excited, right? Then I got another call on Saturday from one of my old clients, right? He wants to buy the house next door to him. Well, the house he bought was 1.5 million. You can only imagine today what the house is worth next door. He sent me the seller's information, who seemed to have some issues, so he's selling, right? And they already have a realtor. So guess what? He's going to be able to have an opportunity, guys, to buy a house nearly in the millions. It's gonna be in the millions, not nearly. I don't know where 1.5, 2, 2.5. I haven't done the research yet, but I did tell him by Monday he will have some type of follow-up from me. Right? So I'm excited. Does anybody else have any testimonies from their text messages? Nobody wants to share? Oh my goodness. All right.
To
So
share something.
okay.
Good morning.
Go ahead, Terry.
Hi. I actually sent out the text messages before, but I'm going to be honest, like I was a little apprehensive about asking for the pledges. So I left that part out with like 2 people that I sent it to. And then the next day I was like, you know what, forget it. Let me just do it the exact same way and just, switch it up, like the name and things like that. And I got like 5 people that's like, oh, I want to pledge 10. I want to pledge 5. One person was like, if I could pledge 20, I would. And I was like, okay. Let me not try to, do anything different. Let me just stick to what it is that I have to do.
Wow. So thank you for that. So, and I like that she came on and shared, because a lot of times, guys, our left brain is telling our right brain, that's not going to work for my people. It's not going to work for my people. Now you have Sonya with over $1 million in production and listings in less than a week because of the same method. It is not by any means a method that you're going to use, just solely to get clients. No, but it is a simple reminder to allow people to know in case they forgot. Maybe their other realtor person hasn't even made contact with them. So now guess who's on their fresh database, on their fresh, brain? You are. So I encourage you, every morning we're going to go over this. I want to hear the responses. This is a system. And I tell you, and it's amazing, because I was sitting in the hair salon getting my hair done, and I said, what could I do right now to utilize my time? This was like a couple years ago. So I'm going to create a pledge. And that's what I did. I utilized even my dead time for work time, right? And I created that pledge. And you can get creative. I just thought of that, right? I didn't learn it from anywhere else. I just kind of thought of it. So how many people do not have any social media presence? When I say presence, I mean you don't even have like an Instagram, you don't have a LinkedIn, you don't have a Facebook page. Is there anyone that does not have social media? All right, so I'm going to do something for a second. I'm actually going to share my screen with you guys in just a moment. All righty, tell me if you guys can see my screen. Okay, good. All right, so you can see my screen, right? I don't know who, oh, okay. All right, so here is my screen for my business page, guys, okay? I utilize a lot my personal page to bring followers over here. My personal page has about maybe 20,000 followers. It is not something I did overnight. So I don't want you to think, oh my God, I got 3,000 followers. It is over time. And I can tell you right now, if you are not on, I'm just using Instagram right now because it was easy to get to. You need to brand your name, right? You're going to always be able to find me, because my everywhere in my social media outlets, my name is Claudia Hibbert. Now, I do have a group of realtors and a team of realtors that I work with. They're my partners, right? Because Claudia has developed so much business that I can't do it alone, right? So Hibbert Group, and some of them are very independent as well. So Hibbert Group is here. right? That is the name of the group. We are real estate professionals. You can contact us today, and that is the office number, okay? Now, I love Instagram now because now you have IG. You can do more than a minute videos. Videos are going to get you the most responses, right? People like to watch. Many people don't like to read. I want you to write this down. Anything and everywhere you go, no matter where you are, you want to tag that you are a realtor. If you are in Florida, you want to tag Florida, whatever city that you specialize in, right? You guys think that because you're realtors, you don't click into the links, but people do click into the links. And I know I'm one of the people that click into the links, obviously not for real estate, but I'm looking for tubs, right? So I'm looking for hashtags that says bathrooms. Okay. If you're looking to duplicate people's posts, photos, then you may want to go to luxury. You may want to go to, I don't know, listings, buyers, kitchens, bathrooms, pools, homes. Those are some of the tags that you want to start using. Start creating a notepad on your cell phone. Most people that post from their cell phone, right? Most people that post from their cell phone. And guys, we're not going to spend too much time because I want to get into the buyer's process today. Okay, so here you have, I believe, this might be Angelique here talking. Angelique is here. Angelique is featured here because Angelique sends the most content to the person who is developing our page, right? I just hired somebody to do my page. You have time to do your page. If you're not doing more than 20 transactions a year, you have time to do your own page. All right. And it's good because before somebody can take over a page, they got to feel you. They have to know what you're going to write, right? They have to know and understand what you are going to write. Okay. Then you have me talking here. How much can you afford? The class is here. Angelique, just Angelique. This is a pure replica of why she's number one in the group. Not only is she stepping out of her comfort zone, guys, she's doing videos now. She wouldn't do videos before, right? They're not live yet, but she's at least doing videos, right? So guess what? I'm going to tell you what apps you can download. Canvas is free. You can download Textagram, is free. Write these down. Get my whiteboard so I can share with you guys. These are all apps that you can use to create content. Canva, Textagram, there's so many more. It may cost a few dollars, but I know for sure these are free. Okay? Guys, I'm not sure that I'm following everybody here, but I'd love for everyone to DM me real estate class so that I can follow you back, okay? The whole idea is to gain some engagement, guys. What you're going to do, I want you to write this down. What I want you to do is make sure you're posting 6 to 7 times a day. 3 on the actual page and 3 in your stories. People get lost in stories. I tell you, I get lost in stories all the time, and 4 minutes will go by and I say, oh, Claudia, focus. People get lost in stories. So if they're lost in stories and you're not there, guess who's lost? You. You're not visible, right? You don't only want to post pictures, guys. You want to post pictures of bathrooms and kitchens, great, beautiful. But you gotta send information. You've got to be the realtor that knows what's going on before the masses knows. And when I say the masses, I mean the buyers and the sellers, right? So if you go into our page, down in our page, you'll see if interest rates are taking, a hit. I'm sharing that. Tell people about the VA loan. Everybody here should have gotten the email that was done, I think Thursday or Wednesday, with the buyer's introduction, right? The roadmap. The terms are there. Share with people the FHA process, right? Do you guys know what 203K is? That is a renovation loan product. And we just closed one in less than 30 days. Amazing. Most people can't get those loans closed in for 60 days, right? What is the FHA 203K loan program? You finance the cost of the home plus the renovations, as long as there's equity between the price that you're buying and the after repair value. Okay, simple, right? So social media is very unique. And I want to open this up because I don't want you to think that Claudienne has all these followers and everybody knows Claudienne and it's simple for her. There are people, I'm telling you, that have had very, very good success. I had an agent the other day who she got a call from a realtor in Georgia to send her a referral of an athlete. The house was worth almost $2 million. She was seen from social media, right? Because she's posting, right? Because she's posting. So if you have a testimony that you'd like to share from just one or two people, from posting on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, guys, do not sleep on LinkedIn. I am not very visible there, but I do have a profile. I am active in LinkedIn, although I'm not physically there. But do not go to sleep on any of those social media outlets, okay? Got it? Periscope. I see you, Sheena. We're going to get to you in just a second. Use Periscope. Go to places where people are not. And I mean people like professionals like us. TikTok is another one. Go on there with your in front of the real estate house and do your TikTok. My son drives me nuts. Let's do a TikTok. I'm like, I gotta learn something, right? And you go in there, you talk about real estate. Do the things that people aren't doing. Don't wait for the masses. I'm telling you, nobody's on TikTok talking about a house. Nobody is in LinkedIn really talking about the house. Everybody's there looking for a job. So you be there to offer services to people who are looking for homes. Sheena, go ahead. Your testimony.
Good morning, everyone. So you also asked that we contact 10 people that we hadn't talked to in like 2 months. So I did a workshop in January, I think it was, right before everything kind of shut down and everything. So one of the people that I reached out to told me that I was God sent because they were looking for a realtor. They had been working with someone, they were looking for someone new, and I have an appointment with them today at 12.
Don't give her. So what does that tell you guys? Congratulations, by the way, Sheena.
I was so nervous because I hadn't talked to them like in, for months, but I just was like, just casually just call and see how they were doing and just reintroduce myself from meeting them at the Education Fest. And they were like, oh my God. And then the wife got on the phone. She was ecstatic. She was like, I want to see you tomorrow. So we're meeting today at 12. I'm so happy.
So if you do the work, guys, things will happen. Things will happen. So I'm very excited about that, Sheena. Congratulations. So if you guys haven't made your 10 phone calls, guess what you should do? Make your 10 phone calls, right? All the person's going to tell on the other line is either not answer. And I'm going to also be sharing with you guys this week, not early in the week, but maybe Wednesday or Thursday, a tool that I use that does cost a couple cents per dialer. It allows you to enter as your database is growing their information. It will call them and send it right to the voicemail. It'll say, hey, Sheena, how are you? I just wanted to take some time to follow up with you. So it is direct to that person, right? So now they get to call you back, and you know when they call you back, you know what they're calling for because you left them a message, right? Don't say, well, I didn't leave you a message. Yeah, you did. You put it in the system, right? So thank you, Sheena. We're going to be talking a little bit more about that in the latter part of the week. And so, guys, I want to transition for a minute. Yep, Sunday was a great day to call. That's right. And definitely don't wait until next Sunday to call. Call today, right? If you didn't make the rest of your phone calls, call today and take a log, guys, and write the information down. Okay. So I want to switch over for a second. We talked a little bit about social media. We'll continue to talk a little bit about social media, how you can run ads. On Facebook, you should have a business page. It could be your first and last name. It could be whatever you want it to be. But you definitely should have a business page because you can run ads on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and some of the other social media outlets, okay? How I run my social media is always try to remember to do something inspirational in the morning, right? To get into the minds of the followers, right? If they had a hard day, they're gonna say, oh my God, this message was right on time, Claudia, right? Sometimes I like to go live. Now, I'm very unique. Like, I don't plan my lives. I can literally hang up the phone and I'll tell the customer, oh, you just gave me a topic, right? And then I'll go on Facebook Live and Instagram Live. I have two phones. I'm on Facebook at the same time. I'm on Instagram. There are streaming services now where you can do live and be on all 4 platforms at one time, right? And it's called StreamYard. Write that down. StreamYard. I think it's $40 a month for up to 4. And it's free for 1 or 2. And then if you want more outlets, you definitely, I think I paid $40 a month, right? I can get on there as many times as I want. I'm on one location, but it's being aired everywhere. I can see the comments from all 4 different outlets, okay? So that's a good one. I like that. I bought a microphone. Well, I didn't. My son mysteriously, a microphone showed up. So I have a microphone. I have a green board. I rarely use it, but I do have it, okay? People just like that. You know, they're like, oh my God, she's got her mic. You know, and you throw something in there. So definitely, guys, I want you today, write this down for homework. And this is actually going to be for the rest of the week. If you're not a poster, you just become a poster, okay? I want you to post on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and whatever other social media sites that you have. And I want you to try this. And I want you to do it not once a day, 3 to 7 times a day. Remember, you're going to have morning, noon, and evening. Why those times? What's the first thing people do when they wake up? They don't meditate. They don't even go to the bathroom. They pick up the phone. Let me see what's going on. They don't even look at the text messages and the voicemail. They go straight to the app and they say, let me see what's going on today on Instagram. Right? Right? So I know somebody's missing class right now because they're asking me for the link that I've sent out. Right? So they look at Instagram. Right? They look at Facebook. They want to see what's going on. And if you're not there, guess what they're not seeing? They're not seeing you. Right? So you want to take the time to post before 8 a.m. if you can. Get up, wake up, post. People don't even get ready for work. They just go to Instagram. That's why they're late to work. Right? And then lunchtime, what do people do when they take their lunch break? They can't get on the phone at work, so what do they do at lunch? They go straight to the phone. They don't even call the people back that they miss. Look, their kids don't call from school. They don't even call their kids back. They go to social media right here, right here, right? So you need to be there posting some information about becoming a homeowner or selling their houses. Let's talk about curb appeal today. What should your house look like when you're getting ready to be prepared for the market? Simple stuff, guys. Content. Come up with content. Follow people in real estate. Redo the, I don't always come up with my own stuff. I don't reinvent the wheel. I screenshot so fast, boop, screenshot, and write my own caption. Right? And then I add my hashtags. Right? If you do not have if you're not an influencer, do not write these long, drawn out posts. 3 to 4 lines. People don't like to read, especially now. If you are one of those big people out there with millions of followers, yeah, they're gonna take the time to read because you develop the content over time. We want to know why you got 1 million followers. So now we're reading a whole chapter, but you didn't even read the book. In fact, you buy the book. You didn't even buy the book yet, but you're reading the whole book on Instagram. All right, good, perfect. That's gonna give you some inspiration. Do that, right? So, guys, let's transition for a second. I gave you some tools for social media. You're gonna post 3 to 6 times. Please tag me. Tag me in the post because I want to see it. Right? And I'm gonna comment, and I'm gonna intentionally comment. Why? Because if it's later in the day, it's gonna move that post back up. It's gonna be very intentional, right? If you're gonna be in a space of social media, you gotta respond to people's texts, to people's inboxes. Watch this. Terica has tagged me already. She's smart, right? I only have 6 unread messages. I'm very active in my inbox. People say, thank you so much for responding. Then they send these books and I send them my phone number. They said, oh my God, you know, they're excited. I didn't think you would call me back. Then why did you send me this book? Because in their mind, they know that people don't call back. Don't be the realtor that don't call back. You must call your people back. Okay? Sometimes I don't answer this phone and I said, remind me in 1 hour to call that person back. It's automatic. I like that about the iPhone. Okay? All right, so let's transition for a minute, guys. And we'll talk about social media as days go along. Here we go. Share my screen. I want to leave this on the screen for a second. For those of you, just 2 minutes. For those of you that have not yet done this portion, which was the very first assignment of the course, it is not by accident that I put this here. This is going to formulate your daily affirmation, guys. You cannot skip this part, right? So I threw it in here because I want to remind you that you need to fixate your mind on the exact amount of money you desire. What do you intend to give in return? There's no such thing as something for nothing. What is your deadline? Create the plan. This course is a part of that plan. Then you're going to write out a clear, concise statement of the things above. Then you're going to read it every day, 2 times a day. Okay? We talked about social media, and now we're going to go into the buyer's process. Now, I'm excited. Why am I excited? Because I love this part. I get the buyers every time with this process, right? And I have some questions here for you guys. And I decided I wasn't going to write them because I know a lot of you guys won't write it. You'll just screenshot it, and I don't want you to do that. I want you to actually write it down. You know how I feel about writing it down. So now, it was by design, guys, that we started to build your database. Some of you already have a database. Some of you guys are already meeting with people. How many people just meet people over the phone and then meet them at the property once they send you the pre-qual? Do we have anybody here that does that? If you do that, just give me a thumbs. I used to. I never met them in the office. I talked to them over the phone. I got their criteria. I sent them some properties. They sent me their pre-approval letter. And boom, I set up the appointments and met them at the property. As of today, you will no longer do that. I don't care if it is your sister, you will no longer do that. And I tell you why. This is a business. You are not meeting your accountant at Starbucks. There's too much information, right? You don't be there with a bag of receipts and no, right? You're gonna share your QuickBooks with them, right? You're gonna go into the office. Can you imagine if your dentist came to your house and cleaned your teeth? That seems strange, right? Or if your banker came to your office to like that, just you usually go to the bank to do a wire, correct? Think about a profession where you have to go into the physical office of that professional to conduct business. I don't go and get my checkups done at my house. I don't meet them at the lab. I go to the doctor gives me an order, I then go over to the lab, I give them the lab paperwork, and then I do my blood work. We're gonna treat this business like a business. You're gonna separate yourself from everyone else that's just meeting the agent at the property. Furthermore, it's not it's dangerous, especially if you don't have a rapport with these people. And I'm telling you, I've been a realtor for 20 years and I've done it. I've met literal strangers at properties until my hustle met skill set and I became magic happen. Right? So I'm sharing this information with you guys because it works. I don't meet with buyers at properties anymore. I meet them where? In my what? Office. 1, it sets you apart. 2, 9 times out of 10, that buyer is already engaged with another realtor. And the minute you say, okay, well, what day is good for you? And then you set the tone. Write this down. Write it down. I have Saturday at 2 available or Tuesday at 1. Guys, when I used this for 20 years. This is something I learned at the very beginning of my career. Y'all thought I had something to do at 21. I didn't have no book of clients, but I pretended that I did. I have Monday at 5. I give an evening time and then I give a morning time. And then I have Thursday at 2. What time slot works best for you? Well, none of those time slots work for me, Claudia. What do you have available? Let me see if I can shift some things around for you. And I start writing. Then I take my email, guys, and I set an appointment and add them to the meeting. I'm going to share my screen for a second. Here is my email, guys. I'm going to go to my calendar. I'm going to do new meeting. It's going to send them an email saying you've been invited to a meeting at location, the Kai's Company, 17900. Man, they're so impressed. They are impressed. They really feel important now. So now you started to take control of the what? The relationship. These people are saying, no, Claudine's not just a realtor, she's a professional. Tuesday comes at 12 and I'm there meeting them in the office. I'm in my conference room. The person at the front desk, and if you don't have a front desk person, fine. If it's you, great. When they enter the office, you don't know what they look like if you've never seen them before. But you know they came in a few minutes before 12, and sometimes people are late. They come a little bit after late. I mean, after 12. Yeah, after late. Okay? They come a little bit after 12. And so you want to prep. Guys, you want to prep the person at the front to let them know you have an appointment coming in at noon. If you don't have that person, that's fine. It's going to be you. Oh, you must be Sheena. How are you, Sheena? Well, welcome to our offices. We're going to sit right over here to the conference room. What are you going to have now? I need you to take your pen out. What are you going to have in that conference room, guys? First step is prepare the receptionist. If you don't have a receptionist, then it needs to be you. And it's okay. You didn't always have receptionists at my front desk. Sometimes it was me. All right? It's okay. Okay? Then you're going to create what I like to call the buyers. You're going to create this before they come, but it's going to be sitting at the conference table, right? And I want you to have this in that packet. Your resume. Y'all don't give nobody no 5-page resume. You did some stuff 50 years ago, take it off. They just want to know what you did in the last 5 or 10 years. You know, I have a 1-page resume for 20 years of business. I show that I'm in my community. I show them my leadership, my production, my awards, the school that I went to, attended college if you went to some college, real estate school if you went to real estate school. If you have some additional certifications, you want to put that there, create a bio. So today, guys, I'm going to send you my resume and I'm going to send you my bio. They deserve to know who they're working with. They may not read it. They may, and they may be impressed. In your buyer's consultation book, welcome letter. I sent you the buyer's process already. I'm going to put that together and send it to you again. Again, you can make it for you, okay? Bio, resume, buyer's roadmap. Guys, they're not going to read the roadmap. I'm telling you. They're going to be just as clueless as they were before they came in because they already got the roadmap and they still didn't read it. Now they're in the office. It makes the presentation just look good, all right? And if they decide to read it, the information is there. You're gonna put a copy of the contract in there, your purchase agreement, and any potential addendums that you potentially may run into during the course of this transaction. Make sense, guys? Had a buyer one time, Claudia, we need time to review the contract. I immediately hung up, called my office and said, never leave a contract out of a buyer's presentation again. Now, if they don't read it, that's their problem, you know, that's their thing. But I don't want my buyers to miss out because they did not have enough time to review their contract, right? And that day may not be a good day for them. So now they saw a house on Tuesday, it's Wednesday, Thursday comes, it's gone. No, highlight the important things in the purchase contract. And you're going to communicate to them, while I've highlighted some things, this entire document is important, but here are the most essential and important things within this purchase price escrow. Then we start talking about those things, okay? So that's going to go in your buyer's consultation book. I'm going to email you a sample of my book, and I'm going to put it in Word so that all you have to do is make some edits. Remember, this is not designed for you to make this class hard. So now you have your bottles of water. We have, you don't buy these, listen, get some Fiji water, you know, something a little bit over, you know, norm. Get Fiji water, but we have Hibbert Group water. So I have water with the Hibbert Group label, right? And I'll show you one of those tomorrow. I have waters for days for the Hibbert Group. Why I take them in the car, while I'm in a cooler. It's hot in South Florida. You come try showing some houses in 100-degree weather. Somebody's gonna get thirsty real quick, right? And so I take out my bottle of water. It says HG, and now my client is now riding in the car with whose water? My water. Cost me about $1, but I don't even know. Angelique does a lot of our marketing, so she knows. I don't even know if she's here, but she does a lot of that work for us. Angelique's marketing is just like way over the top. I mean, it's just, I rely on her, right? So she does everything in excellence. So you're gonna have bottles of waters in the conference room, okay? And you're gonna now sit and you're gonna engage in a forward question, just one of the forward questions. Don't go asking about the family, the work, no, just one thing. And if you know anything about them, then you're gonna draw that out. So I'm a Gator. I went to the University of Florida. This is a good one. My client might have gone to the Florida State or University of Miami, right? Well, everybody that lives in Florida or not knows that those are rivalries, right? So I'll bring something fun out of that. You know, although I'm a Gator, you know, and they laugh. So I talk about that, right? But you want to draw, the first thing you want to do is just get the energy flowing. So how's family today, right? So write that down. The first thing you're going to do is bring out a forward question. And we know what forward questions are, correct? We learned that last week. Go back to your notes, okay? You're going to let that 2-3 minute conversation, you're not going to have 30 minutes of that, okay? That's just to make everybody feel more comfortable. They have their water, they have their booklet, they're waiting, they have their contracts waiting, and now you get into some questions. You might have already asked these questions again, but you're gonna ask them already because they might have come through your survey. How many people designed their survey for their link tree? Only saw one sample. So, okay, 2 people, okay, good. You gotta do it, right? Because the more information you have about the client, the more impressed that they are, okay? All right, so you start to take control, right? You open up the buyer's file, and you're gonna make sure their name is on the file. That's gonna make them feel real special, y'all. Trust me. You're gonna put their name, you know, if you have them, I do everything over the top, guys, but you don't have to do this. I have whiteboards everywhere. I'm not going into a buyer's consultation without my whiteboard, right? You don't need a whiteboard. If you have a projector, use a projector, or just use a piece of paper and a pen, okay? And this is, I'm gonna show you really quickly, one of the things I do. My buyer's consultations are no longer than 30 to 45 minutes. If you're sitting there for 2 hours, you're not taking control of the meeting. Do you think an attorney is going to sit there and charge you $250 for a consult and be there with you for 2 hours? No. A lot of attorneys charge per minute, per 30 minutes, per hour. So think of it that way. Think about, I don't want to be making minimum wage today, sitting here for 2 hours. Take control of the situation. Forward question, number 1, 3 minutes. And I'm going to role play with Karen. Karen, can I role play with you? Hey, Karen, how are you? Well, we're not there yet. Oh, you must be Karen.
Yes,
Your buyer's consultant. Oh, okay, great. All right, so we're just going to have a seat over there in the conference room, if you don't mind. There's waters there for you. Your file is there, and I'll be there in 1 minute. Y'all, I don't never have nothing going in my office again. I just go in my office real quick and then come back and meet the client, right? It's all in what you do. So now we're both at the conference table. Okay. Now she sees her file, and I tell her, hey, Karen, I guess we should just finish role playing. Karen, here's a file for you. The things that you're going to find in here is my resume, my bio. You don't need to take the time to read it now, but this is going to be going home with you. There's also the process. I know that you probably have already gotten the email because we talked prior to. And so if you had time to read it, great. If not, it's also printed in this book along with the process. And I like to send, you know, and present to you the contract that we're going to be using, the purchase agreement, in the event that we find a home for you, right? And I know we're going to do that. And so that's also in the book, along with some additional addendums that you may or may not need. For example, here in Florida, we use the lead-based paint disclosure if the property was built on or before 1979. Well, you might find a property that was built in 2000. So that is an example of something that we may or may not need based on what you are looking for.
Got it.
Boom. Right? And so right before that, guys, I wanted to ask her a forward question. I forgot, you know, and it's okay. Bring it back in. And before we move on, Karen, how's everything going with family? I know we talked about it briefly. You know, whatever it is y'all talked about, I don't know, I'm making this up. Or I watched her on Instagram. That's another thing I do. I take the buyers and look for them on social media to see what they're doing. So I see Karen is working out every other day. I may ask her about that. Oh, I saw you riding your bike the other day. Tell me a little bit more about that. She tells me, go ahead and tell me.
So I pretty much do it 3-4 times a week. I try to do at least 30 minutes of riding. I also joined this jump rope group, so that's been fun.
Oh, wait a minute. So you guys actually double dutch?
No, we do like workouts using the jump rope. And what it does is it pretty much calculates, it's like a smart rope, a smart jump. It calculates your jumps and calories and, you know, all that good stuff.
Wow, I got to get that app.
Yeah, I've been incorporating more workouts to my routine. Yeah.
Wow, amazing. Well, yesterday I went swimming and it just took me out, girl. It took me out. And this is serious, y'all. It took me out for 4 hours. I was asleep. 3 Olympic-sized pools, and I'm swimming and backstroking. I didn't realize. But yeah, you know, and so I'm so glad that you're taking control of your health. That's very good. And so I just want to jump right into it. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Okay. And so this is a 10, write this down, guys, 10-step buyer process. We're not going to hit all 10 steps. Obviously, it's almost 9. So we've done a little bit of social media and we started the buyer's presentation. I'm going to ask Karen these specific questions. So where are you living now, Karen? Don't ask these questions and don't be writing nothing down, y'all. Write it down as she's talking. Not take your cell phone and write notes. That is the most, I don't care how you say I'm taking notes on my cell phone. If you're anything like me, you get sidetracked. I'm back on Instagram. Y'all think that I just be focused all day. It's not true. You know, I have to continue to, this is not making me any money. This is not producing, right? So write it down with the, and you're gonna have a note because you have a file too for her. So you're gonna say, Karen, so where are you currently living?
I currently live in Miramar.
All right, I'm writing it down. Do you currently own or you rent?
Own.
And how long have you owned that home?
About 15 years.
Tell me a little bit about that home.
Well, it was built in 2000. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. It's in a gated community. We love the area. The schools are great, but our kids go to schools that are private schools. So we kind of want to move closer to where the kids' schools are.
Okay. All right, cool. Now, tell me about how many homes have you owned in your lifetime?
2.
All right, perfect. When you purchased your current home, what was the process you used to find that home?
The process?
Like, were you using a realtor? Did you find it on your own? Did you drive? What was that process like?
I used a realtor.
Key, she used a realtor. She could have gone back to that same what? Why didn't she? I'm curious now. In my mind, I'm like, well, why didn't she use? I already know why she's in my office and not in the other realtor's office. Did not do any follow-up.
Right.
And it doesn't sound like Karen, are you making these up? Or is this serious? These are
This
real
is
questions. All right,
Yeah.
it sounds real, right? She's not stumbling, she's not mumbling. So I know that these questions that I'm asking, she's answering for real. And this is what generally happens, guys, because you didn't follow up and build a relationship with your client, because you didn't send them the $25 for their child's fundraiser, right? Because you was being cheap. That's marketing, right? That's marketing. All right, so back into session here. All right. How long did it take you to find this home?
It took us about 2 months.
And how was that process for you? If you can give me two positives and things that you would like for to work on, or if it was all great, then good. Just give me what you feel.
The process was, I think it was more simple for the agent, because I knew what I wanted. We knew what we wanted. We knew where we wanted to be. So we did a lot of research on our own, and we just pretty much presented to the agent where we would like to go and look. And
Is there anything you would like to change about that purchase? Anything you would do different?
It was pretty smooth. I mean, the process was smooth. Everything that was required of us, it was pretty much on hand. There was no delay in the process. The seller did contribute, so that helped. So the process was a smooth process.
Okay, good.
On it.
All right, good. So, are you familiar with the current market conditions?
No, I'm not.
All right. So at this juncture, guys, I have enough information about her and the process to know what not to do and what to do. Does that make sense? I will email you the questions because I know that we were role playing and I was moving a little bit fast, right? So I will email you this section of the course today. And I know it's 9:02 and I want to stop here, guys. I want to stop right here. So I'm going to email you this portion. Tomorrow we're going to start, and the only thing we're going to do is our meditation, our quote, and we're going to focus in on this buyer's consultation, right? And then we're going to be bringing in some specialists this week also to tell us some other important things and aspect when you get to contract, right? So that is what we're preparing for this week. So I will send out the 10-step buyer's process. I'm not sending out the entire process, but I am going to talk about what we discovered today, okay? So those were my top 10 questions, not top 10, but my top 5 questions. There's some more questions in here that you're gonna ask if she had a horrible experience, okay? But she didn't, so I didn't ask them. I still wanna expose you to what they would be, all right? I know it's 9:03, guys, but I wanna open it up for questions. I always like to end with questions. And they're buying a whiteboard, thank you. Make sure you get one that rolls, right? Because I detach mine, put it in the car, because I might meet a buyer at another physical location, okay? So at my company, we have offices all over, so we could use any of the offices. And I don't know what those offices have in their office, so I take my whiteboard, put it together. I wish I could show it to you. I'll have it back here tomorrow because we're gonna be going over the funnel system, so you're gonna see it anyway. Anything else that I want to say? All right, let me open it up for question and answers. If you have a question right now, just unmute yourself. I see Courtney's already unmuted. Let's go to Andrea next, and let's go to Karen afterwards.
Hi, good morning. My question is, we talked about the CRM. Do you think that we should use the CRM that our brokerages provide for us, or should we invest in a CRM that is solely for us?
I use my CRM that is provided by my company. It is amazing. You know, I remember when Keller Williams was recruiting me, and they talked a lot about, and they do every week they call, right? Because they can see who the top producers are, right? And I thought it was unfair for me to judge because at the time, well, long ago, I wasn't using I was all over the place. I don't know how I was the number one realtor. I just, my hustle, right? But then when it met the skill, magic happened, right? And so I said, I made a commitment. I said, let me look into KV Core, write it down, KV Core. And when I did the work, I said, I could not make a true evaluation because I didn't even use the system to its greatest potential. I love the system. It's amazing. So try it. Take a day or two and really just learn it and see if it really works best for you. You can always switch, right? So you want to find the system that works best for you. Okay. And did I answer your question, Courtney?
Yes.
Okay, good. Karen.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Let me get back to that too. I have to say this too. I never used our company CRM because people would create the fear that your contacts would be there and they take your leads.
Yes.
Okay. If you're on top of your own leads, that's not going to happen. When you ever move companies, if you ever change, I've never changed companies. I love my company. They're like family to me, right? I'm like calling the CEO and like, oh, you have another baby on the way because he just had a grandchild. And I'm like, you got another one. You know, we don't look alike, but you know, the point is that we have that comfort zone, right? And so don't get caught up into what they may do. They don't got time for that, right? They don't have. They're trying to build their realtors. If you're at a company that's really going to take your leads, something you need to change brokerages, okay? Because their design. I am not afraid to share my notes for $79. All the notes that I'm sending you.
Mm-hmm.
The truth is, half the people not going to use it. So what does it make? What difference does it make? So don't function from the space of fear. And the truth is, if you ever left your brokerage, if you've done a good job with your clients, they would understand your growth and understand that they're coming with you. Right? All right, Sheena, go ahead. No, it was Karen and then Andrea. Sorry.
Okay. The question that I have is including your resume in the buyer's package. If you don't have a substantial portfolio, would that hinder, like, to show a lack of experience?
You can do one or two things. A bio you can create.
Okay.
I'm going to show you what my resume looks like. I have so much stuff I can put on my resume, but I put the most important things that I want people to know on there, things that are going to set me apart. I have a one-pager. I'm never going to page 2. I don't want to read a 2-page resume. I don't. So I'm thinking from the mindset of me. Or you can use your bio. I use my bio more than I use my resume. Okay, and you can develop that. Remember, if you're new in this business, if you're with a brokerage that's been around for 30 years, then you've got 30 years of support. Incorporate that. I'm with such and such brokerage. You know, they've been around for our company's been around for almost 100 years. That's gonna mean something. Okay, so don't be afraid to partner and use the experience of your company. All right, go ahead, Andrea.
Okay, so I've been posting a lot more on Facebook. So I have a friend that lives in New Jersey, and she reached out to me because she was asking me if I was able to help her with her real estate. So I just want to know, how does referrals work? I don't know any agents in New Jersey, but I would like to give her a referral. So how would that work?
Wow. So I just went to Andrea's page and I see that she's her YouTube, her tips. She didn't have that before because what she was doing was, I think you were doing beauty and makeup, right? And so now I'm seeing a lot more lifestyle photos. So good job on your Instagram. Let me get to the question. I know I can veer off a little bit. You're going to use a referral program. So in our company, we can sell anywhere in the world, right? Anywhere in the world, not just the States, the world, because we have partnerships all over the world. I don't know what your company has, but what you want to do is maybe Google top realtors or top brokerages in that area where the client wants to move. Now, if they're going to Jersey, I don't know if you want to find a realtor that specializes in upstate New York. It's too far. So you want to get specifically the cities, and they can use the same link that you sent to any other buyer. And then you can Google top brokerages, right? Or you can call me and say, Claudia, do you have a realtor? And I'll send you a realtor that we work with. And you can get a 30% referral fee. So
Okay.
That's a good question.
Okay, I was gonna call you anyways but since you were open to questions, that's why I had asked.
Oh, excellent. And so what she's going to do is talk to the brokerage, let the brokerage know the personality of the client, and do you have a realtor that can best fit my client? I had a client the other day, she wanted to stay in the African American community. I specifically said my client wants to stay with an African American broker or a realtor, and they made that happen for her. Okay? So definitely you want to talk to the broker. The broker is more than likely not going to take the lead because they got too much stuff to do, but they're familiar with their bank of book, their bank of business, which are their realtors, right? And they're going to partner you with the best realtor. You're going to send them a referral form before you even introduce them to the buyer.
What's a
Okay?
referral form? What does that look like?
You're going to get with your brokerage. They may have a standard form. If not, there should be one in Form Simplicity.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Angelique, you have a question?
I don't have a direct, can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. I don't have a direct question. I just wanted to, you mentioned something reference social media earlier. And I just want to say that I never really used to use social media a lot, but it has improved my business at about 35% since I've been on it for the last, I don't know, 4 years or so, but I would never want to use it. So I just think it's a great tool, and thanks for mentioning that today.
All right, great. See some more feedback. Do we have any more questions? Congratulations, Angelique. She has just, I don't know, I think she's done the highest numbers during Corona than she's ever done in her entire real estate career. So it just shows you that when the times get rough and hard, you keep going. Ebony has a question. If you have to leave at this time, guys, I'm just, feel free. I know that I'm over. But Ebony, go ahead.
As far as marketing goes, I want to try to have like some, I don't know, you were talking about Angelique is a queen at marketing. Like, so are you going to give us like tools or like different things that you use, like the bottled water with your label on it and just little small touches?
Absolutely. So tomorrow I'll be sharing what those bottles of water, and we size them down because people wouldn't drink the whole bottle of water. So we have 8-ounce bottles of water that's wrapped with our label, Hibbert Group. We do a lot of different things, and tomorrow I'll spend about 5 minutes on some of the things that we've done to set us apart from everybody else.
Okay.
All right. Let me write. I done made a couple promises. Let me write this down. Marketing. And that was it. I just need to add that. All right, guys. So we're going to finish up class today. It's 9:12. Get out there, send your mailers out, and let's go have some fun.